We went on a barge to get to the ship. Oh, my heart was thumping. I was so excited. The ship was so big, and me and my husband Jim was off to Australia to find gold. We'd never even been outside London before.
We arrived by carriage and I was most impressed with the ship. However, my wife Elspeth was somewhat nervous, but I told her that Mr. Brunel had designed a most magnificent and safe vessel. Below the waterline, he provided an iron hull that was double-skinned, and the ship was driven by a propeller. Indeed, she truly was ahead of her time, and I told Elspeth to stop worrying. It is 1865 after all.
This is where we sleep. It's called a stateroom. Well, isn't that grand? There's 8 of us in here with a curtain between. But we have a bunk each, although the kids have to share. It's a bit cramped. There's only a few inches down the middle, and it's a bit of a giggle really, because only one person can get dressed at a time. What about this then? We have an indoor privy and a bath. Of course, we all have to share, but it's more than we had at home.
Elspeth was taken back when she saw our small stateroom. Not at all what she's used to. I said to her, "It's only for 60 days, then we'll be in Government House." She didn't seem overly impressed, even though we have our own window and washing facilities and don't share with other people. It'll be damn cold, though. No heating, you see.
We get plenty of food. Well, we would, wouldn't we? We paid a whole 15 guineas to come on this ship. It's always hot as well, because we're near the kitchen. The poor cooks. The heat in that kitchen with the open fires is something awful. But do you know, we often hear them singing, so they must be happy. We all eat at these tables, so it's a bit of a scrum. Bit like being at home really, with me mum and dad and us 8 kids in 2 basement rooms.
Our dining room, first class of course, is quite splendid, and Elspeth perked up somewhat when we were told that when she visited the ship, Queen Victoria said that she was quite taken with this room. We try to maintain standards, and each evening we have music during supper, after which the ladies retire to their salon and do whatever ladies do in there, whilst we enjoy a civilised glass of port and a cigar. Captain Gray took me to see the ship's engine. It's massive and rises through 3 decks, and the chain directly drives the propeller shaft. Undoubtedly a fine piece of engineering by Mr. Brunel.
Our cabin is close to the cargo hold, and at night we hear the ship creaking and the boxes moving. Oh, and the poor horses. We hear them neighing and stomping their hooves when the sea is rough. They get really frightened.
If the weather is poor, we use the promenade deck for exercise. Otherwise, it's up to the open deck to enjoy the sea breezes. Elspeth suffers from mal de mer, so only manages to get on deck when the sea is very calm.
I'm lucky. I've never been seasick, and I love going out on deck and feeling the wind and the spray. Oh, and watching the waves crash over the side. Of course, we're only allowed on part of the deck. The rest is for first class people. I don't mind. I always go and say hello to the cow, because she's all on her own.
Thus far, the voyage has been pretty tedious, and I only hope that in time Elspeth will get over it.
I'd never even seen the sea before I came on this ship. Oh, but now I love it. But I still want to get to Australia with Jim and find gold. I'll be a good wife, we'll get a big house, oh, and we'll have loads of kids. Oh my Lord, what an adventure this is.